straight years. So the 117-year-old automaker is going back to what works. The reliable Ford F-150 pickup? It's getting a 2020 makeover with hands-free tech. The sporty Mustang? It's going electric. And the Bronco's getting some new features, including removable roof and doors, pegs for GoPro action cameras, and a hose-out interior for off-road action. The Bronco's also got a history as a sales performer. A track record of solid profit margins could boost Ford's fortunes, with the company expected to move upwards of 75,000 Broncos a year.
I'm 6'2", dark-skinned, black man. I'm not your stereotypical person that you see playing viola. I wanted to play saxophone at first, but my sister would say, hey, I know an instrument that you would like. You're kind of weird, but you like a challenge. The oboe, you should play the oboe. When I got to conservatory, that's when I really started to realize like that racial tension. There was always this question of quality and me being there. If we have black players, the quality has to be good. I said black and quality should never be mentioned in the same sentence. Quality is quality and culture is culture. I always had to overprove myself to show that I could play. But then I started to realize the more I worked on my craft, the more that uniqueness about myself became the superpower rather than the weakness. I came to the Nashville Symphony as an intern oboist. Then, because of the nature of that position, I had to audition for the permanent seat. And after I won the audition, then on, this person started to antagonize to the point that it escalated to actual sub-coded physical threats. He racialized our relationship. I was telling him, your hair, you put a pick in your hair. What do black people think about Bill Cosby? Who are you voting for? Black people. He also was like, can I rap for you? I want to rap some Biggie Small lyrics. So it starts rapping in front of me using the N-word. This was going on constant. The orchestra then took the right initiative because they did anti-racism training. I've been having these conversations with the organization for the past 2 years about how to recognize these things.
I know that's a big milestone. I know what that feels like. We're still new to this shit.
This person had worked there for 12 years. 12 years! Why isn't there a culture in which this is rooted out and not tolerated? But it had to get to a violent point for me to play a woodwind and oboe, to play Beethoven and Brahms and Debussy. And I'm the first African-American, male or female, to be a principal oboe tenure in a major symphony orchestra. Lift your voice and sing. The song was written by Rosamund Johnson, who set his brother's poem to music in 1899. Later on, it was voted on as the Black National Anthem by the NAACP. So it has very deep roots, and we just took that and
This is a 1991 BMW M5, and it is an iconic sports sedan. The E34 was the second generation of the M5, and it was only sold in North America for 3 years, 91 to 93. It was also the last hand-built M car, and it helped set the tone for the BMW M models that followed. And today, I'm going to review it. Before I get started, I should say that this E34 M5 is currently live for sale right now on Cars and Bids, which is my new online car auction website for modern enthusiast cars. Yes, that's right. This exact E34 M5 is live right now, being auctioned. The auction went up today, and you can go check it out. This car perfectly fits what we're looking for at Cars and Bids, which is cool enthusiast cars from the modern era, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and up. So go check out the E34 M5 auction live right now. Go bid on it by clicking the link in the description below to go to carsandbids.com. So let's talk E34 M5. The original M5, the E28, came out here in North America for the 1988 model year, and it was sort of a test case to see if the North American market was really interested in a high-performance version of the BMW 5 Series. They were, so this came out as the second generation model in 1991, with BMW still cautiously proceeding in revealing its M performance cars to the North American market. I say that because BMW built the E34 M5 for 7 years, but it was only offered here in North America for 3, and only as a sedan, even though a wagon was offered in Europe. And it was never available here with the larger engine that was offered in some markets. This car was clearly still BMW testing the waters to see how well an M car would be received in North America. But it was still a pretty special vehicle, a hand-built car with a 315 horsepower 6-cylinder, a mandatory manual transmission, and a lot of other upgrades over the regular 5 Series that made it the ultimate performance sedan of the early 1990s. Of course, it also came with the ultimate price tag. Back when this car was new, it had a sticker price of around $61,000, which translates to about $110,000 in today's money. So today I'm going to review this E34 M5 and show you what you got when you spent 110 grand 30 years ago. First, I'm going to take you on a tour of this car and show you all of its interesting perks and features. Then I'm going to get it out on the road and drive it, and then I'll give it a Doug score. Alright, I'm going to start the quirks and features of the E34 M5 with getting in, and I want to talk about the key. Now, this car was before the era of keyless remote entry for BMW, but they did have one idea for how to make it easier to get in the car. You look at the key and you can see there's a BMW logo, which is actually a button, and there's also a little light near the top of the key. The way this was supposed to work was you would press the BMW logo and it would light up that light right next to your key. And that way, if you were approaching your car in a dark parking lot, you would press the button, the key would be illuminated so you could see exactly where you could stick it in, and that would make it easier for you to get in your car. Not quite keyless entry, but hey, it was something. And next up, the first thing you notice when you climb inside this car is the phone. This car has a car phone in between the front seats, a BMW branded corded phone, and I absolutely love it and I'm obsessed with it. Unfortunately, this phone does not work. No car phones from this era work anymore, but it is still a wonderful relic and a cool conversation piece, and a factory option that was included in this car back when it was new 30 years ago. You must have felt pretty boss having a phone in your M5 back then. And next up, next to the phone in the center, you have the window switches. Not all that unusual, arranged pretty much how you would expect them. The cool thing here is the lockout switch, which is this subtle button placed between the two rear window switches. If you press that, it locks out the rear windows, so your rear passengers can't control them if your kids are being annoying with the windows back there. I just like this subtle little integration of this button. Doesn't need a label. And next up, further forward in the center console, you have the gear lever. Like I mentioned, this car has a manual transmission, and all E34 M5s had a manual. You couldn't get one of these with an automatic. They were for true driving enthusiasts only. The cool thing I like about this gear lever is the fact that it lights up at night. Let me cup my hands around it and turn the headlights on, and you can see the top part lights up so you can see the gear pattern even at night, which I always thought was amazing attention to detail and a good example of how BMW really wanted the cars to be driver focused. They thought that was important enough to show you even in the dark. And next up, moving further forward from the gear lever up to this panel on the center console, is that the cup holders? No. German cars from this era don't have cup holders. but they do have ashtrays and cigarette lighters, which is what that is. I always found it funny that Germans from this era constantly made fun of Americans for wanting cup holders in their cars. The thinking was, oh, those fat Americans always want access to a soft drink even while they're performing the sacred act of driving. And yet German cars from this era always have a cigarette lighter and ashtray so that Germans can always have access to a cigarette, even when they're performing the sacred act of driving. Seems a little hypocritical. And speaking of the Germans, moving up in the center console,
vibes dance, y'all. I know you guys saw me do it and think I'm gonna do it every time it comes up, but I'm shy right now. I'm shy. And Neil, you still in here, Neil? Mathematic, thank you, I appreciate it. See what you did right now. Thank you so much. And Neil, you know I'm shy. I swear, I'm super shy, dog.
Да хотя бы начать бы, блин, с обычной Шкоды. Stage 2 какой-нибудь. Так, для кайфа чисто, знаешь. Побахать на ней. Повидло, да, смотрим, что дешевле. Вчера подали, короче, на ипотеку и ждем сейчас результат. Да, нет. Капец, ФЗ снаряды дорогие, люто.
Сука, дай въебу, нахуй.
Альдярчик, ассалам алейкум, баке.
Удачного стрима тебе, братик.
Спасибо, родная, спасибо за поддержку. Помастил люто на донатке, но у тебя рука 100% легкая. 100%. Спасибо тебе большое. Приятного просмотра, хорошего настроения. А мы хэкер. Мы хэкеры. You know? Так, смотрите, что там, новости я хотел прочитать. Сегодня в 12 по Москве мы планируем провести наблюдение. Игра будет остановлена. 2 часа, ё-моё. Ну поиграем 2 часа в GTA тогда. Пацаны, реально, почильте со мной в GTA, прям с кайфом будет. Можете со мной даже на сервак залететь, кто захочет, я всю инфу дам. По-любому. Вот. Два в скобочках 5, да. Мага, брат, это твоя? Да, давай на таможку быстренько. Да, по-любому. Может даже две успеем. Может даже. Давай, конечно. Может быть, что-то сейчас технически эти пройдут, и потом вообще будет по лютому игра работать. Шарите? Прикиньте. Будет с кайфом, вообще согласны? Так, давай вот эту М-ку возьмем. Че, ей пропадать, что ли? Ну, она не очень так, конечно, но пойдет, короче. Пойдет. Так, есть магаз один, еще один с собой надо магаз взять. Или хватит нам? Да ладно, что будем экономить? Где-то потом патров не хватит, потом локти будем кусать.
Братан, там снайпер, блядь. Да похуй.
Дай мне дроп, а что, где анимация?
Привет, братик. Голову поразваливай, а то сейчас сервер отключат.
Привет, родной, привет. Спасибо тебе огромное за косарик. от души за такую бешеную поддержку. Очень ценю, братишечка. Опа, Каша, стучит, братан.
Братский салам. Чатик, привет. У меня тоже легкая рука.
Да, брат, у тебя легкая, да. Спасибо вам огромное, пацаны, за поддержку. Спасибо огромное. Каждым ударом по столу я все ближе к цели, к мечте. Спасибо вам за это большое. Очень ценю, родные мои. Всех обнял. Приятного вам просмотра, хорошего дня, продуктивного, офигенного. Вот, сегодня, значит, у нас, смотрите, какая тема. Сегодня у нас в Таркове обнова там какая-то, там, мухрю. Вот, поэтому сейчас мы пойдем быстро сбегаем таможню, попередергиваем Мосину. Потом пойдем покатаем в GTA, а потом с GTA ворвемся опять в Таркушу. Шарите? По-любому, при любом раскладе. Вот, и будем... Сегодня капу берем, по-любому сегодня капу берем, по-любому. По-любому. Все, хватит мять, как говорится, да? Сиси там, я не знаю. Вот эти моменты. Спасибо вам огромное за поддержку, хорошие мои. Спасибо большое. Вот, благодаря вам я с декабря месяца собрал миллион. И вчера уже пошел и подал заявочку на ипотеку. Благодаря вам, пацаны. Если бы не вы, ничего бы не получилось. Спасибо вам огромное. Очень ценю, прямо от души. Очень ценю. Спасибо огромное. Просто лям собрали с кайфом. Из Латвии. Здорово. Здорово с Калининграда. Мы тут с тобой граничим вроде бы как. Я, конечно, не эксперт, но мне кажется. Фриласик, здорово, братик. Рад тебя видеть. Фрилас, как дела у тебя, братух? Чё ты вообще сейчас? Где?
Сука, дай ебу нахуй.
Каша, лучше просто, каша.
Помнишь, что мне в бронепоезд отправлял?
Да.
Ну такая вот сейчас синюю карту в Санке в 112 нашел. Пацаны, Маза не пиздит, реально возвращается.
Братан, конечно, щедрым людям, добрым, кто от души поддерживает, по-любому возвращается при любом раскладе. Но я не об этом говорил совсем. Я думал, тебе там на карту упало там $1002-3 с кайфом, понимаешь? Капец. Ну тоже хорошо, конечно. Я рассчитывал, что тебе что-то получше упадет, конечно. Привет из Германии. Здорово, из Калининграда. Здорово. Мы с тобой тоже граничим вроде. Я понял. Дай бог. Лучше вообще. Вот он! Страховка для Калича там. Правильно. Для Калича. Маза, а как поднять бабла у Биг Маги в казе на 3 топора?
Вон он, сука!
Альдиарчик, привет, Баке. Привет, родная, спасибо тебе еще раз. Настрой. По кайфу настрой. Вот, по поводу вот либо квартира, либо дом. Вот в Калининграде реально дома даже еще дешевле. Но есть одно но. Нужен дом, в котором есть оптоволокно, понимаете? Чтобы я так с вами с кайфом проводил время. Понимаете, да? Чтобы я мог быть дома и заниматься любимым делом. Вот это очень важно. Если будет в доме, то, конечно, дом. По-любому. У меня в доме оптоволокно. По идее, то же самое, да, нормально будет работать. Мне 100 мегабит, в принципе, хватит. У меня сейчас здесь в квартире 300, как бы. 300. Я знаю вас. 300. Мага, слышишь, бро? Чё там, как у тебя дела идут? С конторой-то с твоей. Пять дней откроемся, хорош. Там все так же в силе, 10% мои. Пацаны, вот знаете, вот можно было бы маги помочь порекламить букмекерку, но даже вот маги я сказал, что я не хочу букмекеров рекламить. Ему можно было помочь чисто по-братски, знаете, ну мало ли там. Может кто-то ставит, там не ставит. Они красавчики там двигаются, свою контору открывают. Так, надо это, паузу поставить. Это что, бот там, что ли? Ну, вроде бы, да. Ходит там, ага. Ладно, хорошие мои, всем приятного просмотра. Погнали. А, это ЧВК, что ли? Блин, почему он такой тип? Ну, камон. Блин, я в шоке просто, реально. Меня так это бесит. Блин, его можно было легко забревать. Я думал, это бот. Я посмотрел на ноги, как он идет. Как фулл камень шел, чувак. Я думал, это бот, но вышел с Мосины на него. Ну, качнуть, так сказать, Мосинку, да? Я говорю, как так? Я ему дал в башку 100% там дал. Я того просто. Ты давайте просто будем Мосинку брать и идти, короче, в бой, пацаны. Реально. Не хочу напрягаться. Давайте сейчас в натуре чисто Мосину возьмем и все. И вообще ничего не буду брать. Только Мосинку и все. Ну и хил можно взять.
Thank you guys again, man, for all the subs. I do really appreciate it, bros. We're a full-time streamer on Twitch. Thank you, dudes. Clean wants to wait a year before he moves to Texas. Before we move to Texas, man, at least a year. With all the crazy COVID shit going on down there right now. You know, he wants to just chill out and hang out, which I'm cool with, bro. We're going to be gaming all day anyway. It's not going to matter where we live. You know?
But I'm waiting for that. What kind of that? That would be cool. Wait, what do you mean?
like 3 days because me too. Yeah, that happens. So the biggest issue on Discord says Insta's being dumb. No worries. What's up, Sea Loser? Hi, Caffeine K9. Where are my channel points when I about the DJ Tay incident? Oh. Glad you're so mean to me. Uh-oh. Now I remember why I opened that web browser. I knew it would come to me eventually after having a dab. Why? I just grabbed some things for eating with Norman was doing. Slowly hungry. I'm like, when's last night? Oh, Jesus. That was me literally today. That was literally me today. Absolutely. Oh, I meant if you could do that look on your eyes like eyeshadow. Oh. I haven't ever tried doing cloud eyeshadow. The wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. You make an excellent point. Sea Loser, I've had a really nice day today. Besides basically forgetting to eat all day, but cloud eyeshadow, TikTok vibes. I'll stop. Let me be. Like a painting but on your face. Exactly. I should do a face paint one time. I keep twisting my nose ring. Like a Bob Ross, but like on my face. Tay, what would your old school ghetto gossip rap name be? Oh shit. I wasn't prepared to answer that, Goonum. Do you have one? Mr. Faces a canvas? Ooh. I should do that. She would love you. She'd be super into that.
Store it looks like this. C market is cheaper than rest store sometimes. I know, I'm just kind of looking at some of the things.
Spooky. It's not spooky, it's just, you know, it's real stuff. It's like real true stories. So don't get scared. Thank you, Felix. Alright, y'all ready? Are y'all ready to watch? Ships oh, should I get cereal? I should get cereal. True crime? Yeah, it's true crime. I should get me something, bro. I'm fucking starving. Yeah, it looks like I have to. So you can see it. Yeah, what's up, deal saying? Yeah, I was. We get the minor. We get video games like 2 days. What? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. And then Karina does my face. That would be so funny. I would do hers and she would do mine. I bet she could do it. She's better at art than she lets herself believe. I'd be Jesus, spoke like Jesus.
wife. Hold on, that's my wife. Are y'all serious? Respect. Come on. What's up, bitch? How are you, bro? Alright. I hate it. Alright. Okay, ready? This is called Unsolved Mysteries. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think this is good right now. Yo, dog, thank you so much for the sub tier 1. I appreciate you. Yo, y'all stank, bro. Shut up. Alright, listen, y'all have to focus on this, okay? This is good. Guys, y'all love each other. Stop. Leave general room. That's my wife. Alright. It ain't right. I'm sorry. No, you better not leave. Watch, guys, watch, please. Why are you watching this? It's for my class. I have to finish it.
Io, let me nerd neck. I'm working on this, okay? She said. Sorry. You like color pencils?
Class, the criminal justice class. Someone's criminal justice.
Ocean and coloring that's almost like paint. Whoa, that's crazy. Hi, Vanessa. That's what I was demonstrating. Nerd neck is when you're like this. You need to like bring it back and fix your posture.
Definitely her baby. He was her heart. Her youngest
Yeah,
boy, and
it's true.
had a really strong tight relationship. And this is him. When he was 3 years old. Karate. He loved to do karate because he was in a karate thing. He was always a kind, little sweet, shy but playful kid. He was a loving person, a fun person. He got along with everybody.
сюда, ты говно, жопа!
As a young man, he was growing up. He was polite to everybody. It was nice to see that, growing up as a young man like that.
He was a neat freak. He had to have like his shorts and pants creased up.
Yes, guys, he died. Yes.
His favorite color was red, so he's pretty much either in red or black. Always wore boots and a beanie. Always had a beanie on, and he kept it down, you know, right above his eyelids. You could barely see his eyeballs.
We grew up in Topeka, Kansas. I actually left there when I was 18.
You just have to focus in order to like it, okay? I promise.
Topeka is more urban sprawl. Gardner is a lot slower. It's more suburbia. When we were younger, I would, TV and try to make them hard, and
Sorry.
try to make them grow up too fast. And mom get on me about that. And leave them alone, you gotta he's gonna be weak, you know. People take advantage of him.
His nickname is Zoe. Just see him with a football. And learn that football. He was always messing with me. I used to get so mad. I miss him. I miss him.
Shut up, BJ.
Leading to the service, and we're all going to go out to smoking weed. The person who came before me was just.
I'm not really sure how I learned the party. I don't recall that it was something that was planned out weeks in advance. That's not really how our group was. It was more of, hey, this is going on. Hell of it, let's just go. All I know is somebody called.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to hand paint these ones. Damn it.
Going out.
I knew this wasn't gonna work. I'm using the paint too thin. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to hand paint this artist with paint. Whoa! Lord, hey, wow, I was literally just pull up on a high enough in chat. I was like, why was I getting told to go? Fucking go. Hey, dude. Thanks.
That's when I knew that he was an intense person.
Zoe was a beast when it came to football, but he'd go from knocking your ass in dirt playing football to literally.
Oh, good, great. But the second time when I posted because of my new favorite Mocha installing images. Yay, let me see this. Oh.
I remember before we left Zoe's house.
Oh, she's so
fixing the socks. He always do it, keep our socks.
We love those.
So I rolled it down to.
Oh my god. That cute ass little forehead. Oh my god. Ain't no way. Somebody remove that.
Hey, how are you so good at painting? Patience. Literally just patience. Like,
Yeah,
I did not always paint like this. It's not done. This isn't done by the way. This is like sorry, I was like super into this painting.
Blue jeans on.
He really like do that.
T-shirt, a sweater,
This baby, everything she does. I'm just patient.
And he's like, see you later, Mom.
I have no artistic abilities at all. I swear to God, if you just like.
It came time to leave, and we just started divvying up,
like,
you know, who was riding with who.
Stick with
Zoe
it.
approached me and asked me
I
if
didn't just like fucking start painting like this one day. Like,
And I
it's
said,
been
nobody
a
yet.
very long process of
And he
like
asked if he
learning,
could jump
trial and
in.
error, finding your style,
Yeah, come on, man.
like looking
Let's do
at
it.
different like
That
arts.
is, Jen, you're beautiful.
If you're just
You have a
patient, you
beautiful
can do
forehead. I love
The
you.
party was in Lacine. I had never heard of Lacine prior to that night.
47 miles?
It was roughly an hour.
And at
maybe
least like
even
3
a
weeks
little
off the
bit
Monte
more.
is stinky.
Really
I'll put
not
your mouth
much
with
to
my
it.
mouth softly because
It's
I
a
love
little
you. That
tiny,
is so
tiny
fucking cute.
Kansas
Senax,
town.
God.
I think they got like one
I'm gonna
gas
hear about that
station,
later.
no
Sammy's
real
gonna be like,
grocery
remember that
store,
time that
nothing like
Senax said that to me?
There ain't nothing down there. There ain't houses everywhere. There ain't people everywhere. You're in the middle of the country.
Dude, Lauren, did you stream for like 24 hours that night that we all hosted you? When I woke up the next morning, like, you were still streaming. Tay is always stinky, correct?
When we got to the party,
Artists are,
the first thing I
right or
remember
wrong
is
ways to
the
be
long
artistic.
driveway
Everyone
going up
has
to the
visions their own
house.
way.
It's
This is true.
your
This is
normal
true.
country driveway next to a creek. There was a few people standing out
I was
around
happy,
the
man.
house.
Aw, that's
So
sweet. Yeah,
immediately screamed out, "Who
that
wants a
night
beer?"
I went to raid
That was
Batty.
how we
Batty
initiated
raided
contact
me,
with everybody at the
and then I
party
took
was
everybody and brought
him
Fuya.
yelling out, "Who
Because I
wants a
asked, I
beer?"
was like, who are we gonna raid? Who's got a friend? And then Fuya was like, let's go to see Lauren.
Everybody at the
So,
party,
yeah.
I would say, was maybe 16 to
I already
21
think
at the
Station
absolute
took
most.
16 years to finish the 12-piece puzzle, but I got it.
Everybody was
Great
playing
job.
Flip Cup or something like that.
You had people kind of off to one
He
side
said I'm
who
in
were
that quarantine has been
dancing.
treating me like a Thanksgiving turkey. Oh!
You had guys inside playing
Oh,
cards.
what's up, Saudi?
Other
Hey, that's
drinking
okay.
games going
Sometimes
on.
when you need to sleep, you just gotta go the fuck to sleep.
Zoe wanted to get in on it.
Hey.
It was hilarious to watch. Zoe was having a blast.
When I got to the party, Alonzo was already there. I'd say there was about, 30, 40 people there, maybe 50. I can remember 6 or 8 people.
Dude, that night was
were
actually
from
so
Gardner,
fun. That night was so
Our
good.
group of friends that were there, but a lot of the
Hey!
people I didn't know.
A lot of people at that party, and there was a tight group of people.
Dude.
There were people that I didn't know. It was
Gwen, thank you
more
so
of a
much for teaching that
country
sense of Blarn. Thank
type
you.
thing, and
When
we're
you
not so much
danced to that
so, I
song,
mean, it was
we were
different that way. A lot
fucking
more of the
losing
cowboys
it.
and stuff.
And the wall twerking, let's just say we were impressed.
But it was a good time. Music was going, and I seen Alonzo off the bat. He
So
came
wall
up. He
twerk's
was in
over
a
for
great
everyone.
mood that night.
Oh my god, if Batty were to
It
wall
was
twerk,
a little off because
literally-
Alonzo's more of a quiet person, and that
I
night
keep
he
asking
seemed
Batty every
more
time I go
outgoing,
in his
and
stream.
Alonzo's
I'm like,
enjoying himself
Batty,
a lot more
how
that
much
evening.
do I have to fucking
It was
donate
fun.
to get you to bend over and
I
write
seen
my name
Alonzo,
on
he
your
was in the
whiteboard?
kitchen. I even sat down with him for a
And he
little
still
while. We
hasn't
had a
given me
couple
a
drinks. I
price.
brought like a little bottle of Jaeger. We
So
took
I
a
don't
couple
know what we're
shots
gonna have to do to
together.
get him a wall
Then I
twerk.
walked away to talk to somebody real quick.
Crazy.
And when I turned around, I don't know who
Hey,
it was,
Inspire
but him and
Venom,
another
thank you so
guy
very much
just
for
were getting into
subbing.
it. We're face to face with each other. They started seeming like they were going to get a lot more serious. So I stepped in between them, pull Alonzo to the side, get this guy to the
Text me
side,
her
try to break
price.
it up.
There were some people at the party who had,
Oh my
problems
God.
with people's
All right,
skin
there
color.
it is. I will.
Our group didn't really think about race, so it never really got brought up. But Alonzo probably was the
Oh,
only
the
black man that was
fuck?
there.
Damn. Fuck.
Alonzo, he didn't sweat nothing like that. He didn't let that worry him at all. That wasn't going to ruin his good time at all.
Gertrude, we love you.
I think I was only there about an hour and a half. We got a call about going to another party, and it happened quick when Nikki was like, oh, let's go, let's go. That was my ride, so we had to take off. I do remember saying bye to Alonzo, and I remember, shaking his hand, and that was really it.
I left shortly after. I didn't stay too long. I was there maybe 45 minutes to an hour. We just, shook hands, did the hug, and then that was it. And said, have a good night, Alonzo.
You did it for me
And
for
that was
free,
pretty early. I'd say
awkward.
it was
Daddy,
about 11
why you
o'clock
been
or so.
charging me like triple the rates, dude?
I figured
Fucking
Justin was
fake.
going to give him a
So
ride
you play
home.
Tarkov at all?
Didn't
Yeah,
really
that's my
think
main
nothing of
game.
it.
I do creative streams every other
There's
day.
some
Monday,
bullshit.
Wednesday, Friday.
I
I do
smoked my
creative
last
streams. I do
cigarette, so I went to
painting,
snatch
I
a
do
cigarette from
dancing.
Alonzo.
I
And he was also out.
do whatever the fuck,
He said, well, if
really.
you're
But
gonna
then
go
on
get some,
Tuesdays and
go get some
Thursdays,
smokes,
I'm always
grab me a
playing
pack, too.
Tarkov. Yeah.
And I left to go get us cigarettes. Out of the driveway, I should have gone left and went right. Ended up getting lost on some gravel roads, getting my car stuck, and ended up about 30 minutes north of where I was supposed to be. And at that point, I made a phone call to another buddy of ours that was at the party, let him know to get a hold of
You
Alonzo
just play
and tell him
me, you,
I
Batty,
got
customs.
lost.
Nothing could go wrong.
I could hear Alonzo talking shit in the background that I got lost and that I wasn't going to make it back. And for my friend Adam to give
Alright, I'm
Zoe
gonna let you
a ride
rock.
home.
Yeah, nothing could go wrong. Did I play Siege? Wait, say you try Siege at all? No, I actually.
I'm done.
No.
Andrew.
No. That's the short answer is no.
I finished my food. I finished it. Like,
No,
I'm
I
really
used to
hungry.
play- Fortnite
I love
was
you,
my
girl.
main game,
I get his
and then
phone
Fortnite
call,
died.
Is
Well,
Alonzo
Fortnite's
home?
dead
I
to
go,
me, so
well, he
I
should be
went back
home.
to playing Apex and
So that's
PUBG,
when I go
and
look in his
then
room.
Batty was like, "Hey,
His bed's still
fucking
made up.
come
He hasn't
play
been in his room at
Tarkov
all.
with me," and I was like, "Ugh, fine." And then I ended up really
And
liking
that's
it,
when I
so.
started yelling for Alonzo, if he's down in the basement. He wasn't there. I said, no, Alonzo's not home. Where is he at? He said, well, maybe he spent a night at somebody else.
Oh,
no
not
way.
even
He
Karen?
will
Yo,
always
C-Max,
come
you're
home,
so
no
fucking
matter
cute.
what.
Facts.
Yoink,
Like me,
hey,
bro.
dude.
Whenever I go out, I never go.
Okay,
So
now
I
we need
said,
Batty and
call
Sam
all
Siege.
these
That would
people
be
and find
the
out where he's
hottest
at.
of mess. That would be literally a fucking mess.
We're not playing anything or watching something.
The next day when we all woke up, everybody's phone started going off because everybody was like, where's Lonzo? Who's seen him last?
I got a phone call that Sunday morning and just asked if I seen Alonzo or if he made it home or not. I told him I'm not real sure.
I
seen
feel
him
like
when
I'm
I
in a
left the party.
vaporwave anime right now.
It's not like
Between
Lonzo
this
to
painting
not
and this
come
music,
home.
like.
He would at least
Because I
call.
have a lot of mods.
Somebody called me and said, hey man, have you talked to Zoe? I'm like, no. Last time I talked to him, he was still at the party, and Adam was going to give him a ride home. But what I've heard is that Adam believed that he had already left, or they missed each other. How it didn't come, that they didn't get together at the end of the night, I'm not sure.
This is some bullshit. Like, that makes no sense. Yo, Father, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm riding English, Lonzo's best friend. I'm here at my mom's house. We're over in North Topeka. That's where he grew up. Played outside all the time.
So basically, nobody gave him a fucking ride home. This is why I don't have friends in real life. Some bullshit.
Jump our bikes. Play basketball, football in the yard.
Exactly, JD.
Play King of the Hill. Climb a little, compost
Fucking
pile.
dots, dude.
I have so many questions.
Or the guy
Exactly.
stands on
That's
top
why you
and
have
try
to
knock
wait.
him off. Whoever stays on top, the king.
You have to wait. They're gonna explain it to you guys. It's unsolved mystery. So you guys
just
don't.
like a
You won't
brother.
get all your answers, but you'll get some.
My goal is to one day be cool enough to play with Batty Tay and Kings. Are you sure? You're gonna lose everything.
Why didn't his man give him the ride
Tay
home?
on Siege, Tay carry me.
I got a call.
I could
His
not
mom
play Siege.
asked me if I heard
Well,
from Lonzo.
the way that's a lie.
Why?
I played enough
He went
FPS
to
games,
a
it's whatever.
party last night. He ain't came home, and the people that he
But
went
I
to
feel
the
like it would
party
still be a
with,
mess.
he ain't with them.
I'm from South Carolina.
That was a sign there that okay,
That's
something
Lots of
ain't right.
poggers. It's the moon. Yeah. You know what else is poggers? Sleeping. Why are you guys trying to keep
I didn't know
fucking
his
bed so
friend.
bad? You need a GoPro attached to your
We met
head.
up Gardner.
Imagine.
We went
Imagine.
to go look for him.
I would do
Justin
some
showed
foolish
up
ass
to
shit. I would
take us
try
to
to
where the
projectile
party was at, 'cause
vomit
we didn't know
with a
where to
GoPro
go.
on my
So
head.
he rode with me down the scene. That's the first time I met Justin and them.
I don't know. Why did I think of that? Sleep is lame?
Get to this
I
old
don't need sleep,
farmhouse.
clearly.
It sits back off this road. They say,
a
well, the party was
backflip
here.
with a
So we get out and
GoPro on your
start
head would be
walking
dope.
around to look.
It came up between all of us. Let's go check along the wood line, make sure he didn't just get drunk and decide to sleep outside.
South Carolina girl.
Oh, gonna send
And
camper over the
he
shoulder?
ended up
Maybe.
crossing
I
the
don't have a
street
camera. I
from
don't have
the
another camera that's as good a quality as this one.
I walked out of the driveway and
How many likes on
across the
TikTok
street just
likes
to
are
look
from
on
a
the other
favorite?
side of the
I'm
road.
joking, I don't have any
Came upon
followers.
his hat
TikTok,
and a
bro.
boot.
Oh, fuck no.
Say 3 hours ago. I have a lot of stuff to do after stream. It's 4 a.m. It's just crazy. I just
Right
keep
there,
fucking
in
schedule
between
to
those
death.
two poles, and his other boot that we found right on the side of this creek thing. They weren't like tucked under nothing. It's like nobody tried to hide them, or they could have threw them in the trash can.
They dragged his ass.
It's like somebody was driving down the road when they pulled out of the farmhouse, threw a hat and boot out this way, and then grabbed another boot and threw it out as it was driving down the road. That's the only theory I could come up with. Now, why they would do that, I have no clue. Some guy rolled up on a four-wheeler and came from back that way. That's the guy that told us we had to leave. At that point, we knew what was up. Something's not right.
All right,
He's missing.
I'm bored.
Something's totally
I
wrong.
don't want to paint any more
Something
dots.
happened to my brother.
This was that fucker I was looking for.
Sorry, but I gotta get the fuck out of here. I mean,
GoPro while wearing
I do
banana
not
suit
feel
around
safe, bro.
Dallas. Vlog it.
It's been
Is that
like
what I
almost
should
a
do?
year. It's been almost a year, Father.
The town we were in was definitely an all-white dominant
Yeah,
town.
Sammy's
the
home
scene
now.
was.
Aqualab.
Definitely, there's some racism involved down there.
Or one with a sway arm
It
attached
gets
to your
worse when you
easel.
get down and
Oh,
go a little
maybe.
more further south.
Obviously,
I still think that Logitech
that
Rio.
crap
The Rio is
comes
not so bad. This,
with the area.
hello, I'm a face. Will my camera focus on that or my
I kind
painting?
of talked to Justin and asked
I
him
could be
some
a TikTok
questions
star.
like, how do you
Honestly,
take someone to
you
a
knew all
party,
the dances.
and you
You knew
don't come
all
home
of the
with them?
dances.
especially as far as we were out in the middle of nowhere.
When I left him, he
back.
was having a damn good time. He was still laughing, joking around. There was no animosity in the air, like that you could feel, like it. You know what I mean? There hadn't been a single, maybe other than a couple couples, or bitching back and forth between each other. There was no issues.
The whole
Period.
bottom half, like if
To
the
leave him
painting was
there
cut off right
an
here, it
hour
might
away
look
from
like
home,
something.
I didn't understand that.
Might. Right now,
That
this
just makes no sense. Like, why do you leave your
It's almost there.
friends?
I can finish this next time. I look forward
went
to
to the
doing this
police
again.
station.
I was really nervous to follow this Office reference,
They
but
said
I think it's
have
turning
to
out
wait
really nice so far.
48 hours to call him missing. I said, no, I'm letting you know he's missing because I know my son. You know, he comes home. Something's telling me that something went wrong at that party.
When I got the call that morning that he didn't come home, I knew something was wrong. He wasn't the type to stay anywhere. I know something happened to him. I know somebody did
Say with
something
a
to him.
head mount GoPro
I got a call Sunday night.
be
from
an
my
ass
mom.
shot
My
vlog
mom's
of
friend.
anybody in the area. I mean, I
was
know
telling
I'm
her,
short,
calm
but
down,
damn.
what's going on? She kept
What the
saying,
fuck
your
was
brother
someone
hasn't
pink?
come home.
Yes, that is a correct statement. Very good observation, Kai Kapono.
Me and my
Yeah.
wife got up on that
I
Monday
think I might need to go back and do some more
and drove
details
down
from
to
Moon
Mason.
too. Oh fuck my life.
Got in touch with the owner of
I
the
might need to go
house
back and
where
do
the
some more
party was
details on
at,
the Moon as well, but
and we
we'll
find
see.
out
We'll get there
that
when we get there.
the house was empty. It was something kind of like a
What does a
rental
crowd
house
mean?
or something
Which
like
crime?
that. When we pulled up to the house, on the right-hand side is just all fields.
You'd have to be a dumbass to
And then
screenshot
down the
nudes
back of
on
the house there,
Snap. Because
there's
it
a small
says
creek back
so-and-so
there.
screenshotted. Duh.
I remember looking in the window and just trying to visualize, well, what was going on here the night before? Because it was empty. It just didn't look like a place that would have had a huge party just the night before.
Damn.
We drove around the highways and see if we see anything.
Sorry. All I can hear
We drove through
is
the
like
town.
walk the dog. That song drives me crazy.
Don't understand how your professor
Can you pick
is
a number
making me
between
watch this.
21 and
I can't.
35?
I don't know why everyone's acting dumbfounded.
26.
So basically, the reason why I have to watch
26.
this is because it's like unsolved mysteries. Now, like me, I want to be a detective in like in the future. Let's say, I don't know, maybe 4 years or so. First, sometimes
Okay,
it
this
will
is so
happen.
funny
Like, we
that you
will
just
have
said that
unsolved
because
mysteries, and it's gonna be
like
really hard.
Io, like Stream has been like I used to dress like a fucking goth like goth girlfriend. I did that for like a while, and Stream is like
more
where did
basically
she go?
like to not be bummed
What
out that you
happened?
cannot find something. Give us ideas on what to
And,
look at and what to look for.
I don't know. I was just like,
If
I've been
that
on
makes
like some
sense
like
to you.
candy anime vibes lately.
Yeah,
And
that's the
I haven't
reason
done
why.
like
It's
a
because
dark look
you'll
in a
run
while.
across
You
unsolved
need balance in
mysteries
life.
and
You gotta
unsolved
be, you know,
mysteries.
sometimes you gotta be a pastel princess, and sometimes you have to be goth girlfriend.
You can tell.
Get you somebody that can do
It's
both.
not what you know, it's what you can prove exactly. Like even if
After
somebody
that,
tells
we
you
went
that
to
he
the
killed
police
him,
station and
prove
we
it.
You do a really good
How
job.
do you know?
You must not walk into random
We were
pillars.
trying to make them understand how serious this was that he had not shown up. And I remember the sheriff saying, he's gonna show up anytime. He's just probably out
I should get a second
doing what
phone.
kids do, just walking around. And I remember my response was, how many people do you know that are
Why
out
26?
walking
Why not
around with
29?
no shoes
Oh,
on?
because 3 and 6 are like my
Right.
lucky
Right.
numbers, and so 36 wasn't an option, so I just said 26.
That's basically what we got, and then we left there.
Sending
And
Snapchat.
we was just
Face
kind of
screenshot.
depending on the police department to
Correct,
do
I
their
mean, I understand what you mean,
investigation
but-
and find out what's
Still
going
looks-
on.
It does
We don't
sound
talk
like
about the
some
pillars.
white supremacy shit, but
Alright,
You just
sorry,
never know.
sensitive subject.
he agreed to discuss the case off camera.
I
Broken.
originally received
Oh,
information
no.
on it. I needed to go to this address in
Yo, they-
that scene because there's been a report of missing.
Sorry,
So dirty,
Demerson.
bro. They still put his
Get that
they
shit
still put his picture even if
What's alpha? What's
It's so
what's
dirty,
alpha?
bro.
What's
They
up
still
alpha
put his
to
picture
you?
even if he didn't want to be shown.
Out there,
Okay,
Alonzo
Tell
wasn't
you,
in
Betty
the
can pull up
house.
any look. Batty with some black lipstick.
That's fucked up.
Just saying.
We walked the creek bed that night. There was no indication that he was outside anywhere.
I don't even
I
know
just
how you
reported
can go
that
goth
negative
anymore.
contact
I mean,
with Alonzo or
I
anybody
can't.
around there.
I don't have my full arsenal since I'm not home.
After that, the case was turned over to the
Like,
KBI.
I
And at
left
that
like
point,
all
we
of the
became
horns.
an assisting
my
agency as a
apartment.
sheriff's
I left.
office.
I left actually a bunch of the chains too. Hey, 26 is my
Within a
favorite
few
number.
days,
Is it
they were
actually?
reported missing person. There
I
was
left
a
a lot
very
of the things
extensive
that I
search
usually use for the
for
golf girlfriend
KBI.
look.
Their
But I
evidence
still have like
recovery
dark
team
lipstick and everything
came
with me, so I can
down,
make it work.
walked the creek bed, looking for evidence.
You with any
Monday
lipstick,
following
like,
the
come
party,
on.
this
Yeah.
department was there with air scent tracking dogs
Here and I
and
go to
walked the area.
Pulse.
Also, the
So don't
Kansas
just
Highway
return
Patrol
the new one?
supplied a
Sorry.
helicopter.
Just get a return and get a new one. Quit leaving your suit
FBI
behind. Listen,
joined our
you left all
search
the fours,
team.
the horns. Yeah,
The
ours.
FBI
Dog
continues
girls
to
hit different.
investigate to find out if Alonzo may have been the victim of a hate crime. According to some witnesses at the party, Alonzo was threatened and was the target of racial slurs.
Police Summit underwater rescue and dive team was brought in on the 12th.
Hi, Titty Boy.
What?
Yeah, Justin knows something for sure.
The team was dispatched at noon on the day of the search. When we came out here and we did the initial search, water was 3 feet high or 3 feet deep in the deepest part. We had 3 guys in the creek that started from this bridge and walked down to the T right here. And then
Okay,
we had
sorry,
3
I'm
people
just
on
like
either
staring off
side
into space.
walking and clearing brush and
Does
everything
anybody have any
like that all the way
friends that
down.
are live right now
But we
that would like
found
a
nothing
host?
to indicate that a body was
Does
in the
anybody have any
creek at
friends that are live right now that would like a host?
we told the sheriff we'd come back out if they wanted us to. We weren't invited to come back out and search again, so we wrapped it up and closed our case part of it.
What is happening? Oh, is Scritham still live?
How do you get lost on the fucking road?
There was no signs of him. The cadaver dogs didn't find anything. The dive team didn't find anything. So
Okay,
we were at a loss.
yeah. We'll do this.
I
We'll
was
do
mad at
this.
all those kids that from Gardner went down there. They know Alonzo. Why'd you guys leave my son there? Nobody had no answer.
Tay reads Goth Girls. Different. Also Tay. Oh, really? I mean, I've been there. I've done
The
it.
KBI and the FBI. Hundreds.
Anyways.
And there was some autographs done. So we ran it down that way.
Every other day we were meeting with investigators, giving them, you know, what we knew, who was there, phone numbers.
Hey.
And it was just a
Hey, what's up,
constant barrage
Antonio?
of law
Okay, guys,
enforcement.
sorry. Hey, fan of
They
cars.
kept
What's up,
telling
Dan?
us
Oh
that
my
he
god, of
likely
course.
just got
Really?
drunk, took
Now
his
I'm
shoes
trying to
off,
like end the shit.
decided to
Everybody's like
walk
coming to
home.
say hey. Alright, guys, what I would
Total
really like to
bullshit.
do
And
is if
that's
we
what
could
we
bring
kept
this
trying
raid
to tell
over
him.
to
A,
Rhythm. He has
that's
been
out of his
part
character
of my
in general,
community
and
for a
B,
very, very,
his
very
ankle's
long
messed
time.
up. Why is he gonna just
And he's super
take off his
sweet. So let's
boots
go over there and make sure that
and
he's having a
then
good night.
truck,
And
I don't know how many
hype this
miles
shit up
home?
like you guys hyped up my chat. So thank you so much for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching me put together an easel. Paint what I did.
With that many days
We'll pick it
going
up
by,
later.
we know he's not
And,
walking down the
tomorrow
highway.
will be a Tarkov
We know
night.
he's not staying at somebody's house. We couldn't
And,
say what it was.
Yeah, that's all I
but we
got.
knew
I'll see
something
you guys
happened.
then. Okay, we're gonna go over to Rhythm
They
now.
didn't want my family to go
Be
looking
nice.
for him.
Be so nice.
We want to go
Be
out there
happy.
to the farmhouse and search. The
Bye,
sheriff
Seven
told us
Trapper.
no. They said that
Sorry,
they
hi,
looking
bye,
for
fan
him.
of cars.
No,
Hi, bye,
bro,
hi,
what?
bye,
We're calling
Will.
Lane County
That's
Sheriff's
for the wrong
Police
time. I'm
Department
sorry.
daily.
I'm ending.
I mean,
Time to
daily.
end.
I mean, probably for 3 weeks straight.
He'd said,
Good night,
you know,
Moon
you
Dog.
need to slow down the phone calls.
You're
Just
a
stop
nerd,
calling.
Daddy.
Let us
Alright, I'll
contact
see you guys over in
We're working
Rhythm
on
Stream.
things.
Bye.
Yo, hi, sis.
A month later, that's when they let my family go down there. They gave them the okay to go down there and search for my son.
From a Lane County standpoint, they didn't have anything on this case. So, of course, they were like, yeah, go ahead and have your search. Have at it. Go ahead.
Oh, they probably already took the body.
Family
anyway.
were reaching out to friends,
Yeah,
asking
12-hour
anybody
stream.
that, you know, we're going to do a search in Lacine. A lot of people heard about it. A lot of people wanted to participate. And, you know, honestly, we don't know what we was looking for. We just wanted to find something that was a representation of my brother or what could have happened or anything.
We all split up. I was gonna go along the creek bank on the east side of the house and follow that creek bank.
There was a white shed that's not there now. And we had always said somebody needs to search that shed.
Oh, but the shit is not
That's
there
where
anymore.
we were actually headed, toward that. We were digging, you know, where we could through all the brush, and we got down there, and I looked up and I said, oh crap. There he is, there's Zoe. And I radioed and said, we've got him, we've got Zoe.
Holy shit.
I got a call from my uncle on the walkie-talkie. Say, Billy, we found him. Just follow the creek. So I kept running all the way through this mud area out here.
It's unsolved mysteries.
When I seen him, I ran down there, you know, kind of slid down on the embankment. My uncle stopped me and says, don't touch him. don't go over there. I was trying to make my way over there. It was a mess. You know, it was a mess. So
you see him laying there, and you think back all the time. Did you see him walking around, having fun? And you see this young man just laying there. His life just gone. Lucky his mom didn't come and help search, because I don't think my sister could have took that day.
He's 23 years old. He was 23 when I last saw him.
After we found him, it was KBI, FBI, being in helicopters. It was crazy. It was just like boom.
Family members found the body of Alonzo Brooks in a creek just 200 meters from his...
How come they fucking
we
found
all went
him?
down to town.
And the
That's
cops
where the
didn't.
press conference was at. We just really wanted to find him. We just really wanted to find him and bring some kind of light to that he's not just missing, that there may have been some foul play into it.
They held off so much, bro. It's bullshit.
Beginning the examination, of what I had was a decomposing body in the body bag. The body was clothed.
So let's see what happened to him.
Had some personal items, including a ring. The examination internally and the examination of the clothing does give me a fair degree of confidence that I don't have penetrating injuries as a cause of death. No evidence of any acute bone fracture.
Okay.
No evidence of a sharp force injury nor a gunshot. Could he have drowned? Yes. But there are no specific anatomic signs to make a determination of drowning. Could he be strangled? Certainly. The soft tissues of the neck are gone. They've been damaged by